Hello, and welcome. My name is MiniBetrayal, and this is Factorio Megabase. Now, I'm starting off paused here for a couple of reasons. Firstly, just a quick announcement. I have made myself a Discord server, Discord channel kind of thing. There will be a link to it in the description. You can come along and, say hi, I guess, or if you have any questions, or game suggestions, or anything like that, you can have a chat to me. You can have a chat to anyone else who joins, of course. And there's special perks in there for anyone who decides to become a patron as well. So yeah, link to that in the description. Moving on with the actual episode. The reason I'm paused here is because my initial plan for this episode was, as I said at the end of the last episode, to let things back up, and then today we were going to go on basically a biter-killing rampage, like we did a few episodes back, but this time with a view to actually making it permanent. So I waited to let things back up a little bit. Started doing little bits of preparation. There were a couple of things I haven't yet added to the bus, so explosives, artillery shells, I can't remember what the other things were now, but also like actual production buildings, like the centrifuge isn't there, the chemical plant isn't there, things like that. We've got the assembly machine, I just forgot the others. While I was doing that, there was a massive biter attack in the south. I lost everything south of my base. I went to try and defend it myself. I ended up honestly just being a bit stupid and walking through a pile of acid, which ended up killing me, and then I couldn't find my body at all. So I lost my armor. I ended up going to look for it. I died probably 5 or 6 times. And the biters started invading the base. It was just awful. I probably spent about an hour and a half trying to salvage what was going on, but it was just too much of an attack all at once. So in the end, I've just loaded up this. This was literally just seconds after the end of the last episode. And we're going to go into this with the knowledge that, unless I do something quite differently, there is a big attack coming. So, first thing I'm going to do is... Firstly, let's... I'm going to make 5 pistols and just shove them in here to add to the count. Oh, there's... Okay. Yeah, so that one's fine. But yeah, I think the attack started down here, migrated up here. I ended up with, a base full of, behemoth worms and stuff, where my mouse is now. And, yeah, I couldn't deal with it. So... Okay, let's put them in there. That's my box of shame. Oh, there. Where did the other pistols go? There. Okay, so I'll just add 5 to that. Right. So, my plan is... actually, first let's get explosives set up. So, the way I did that, I came over here, and I ended up making quite an impressive little spaghetti thing going on around this way. So let me do something similar. I need a couple of chemical plants. And a chest, apparently. Okay, so I've just rigged up a little thing there to give me 2... to give me 2 machines worth of explosives, so they should be running. Okay, that needs somewhere to go. Okay, so... what I want to do, I want to make... so I've got explosives. That's quite a lot of bells going off. Yeah, I think it might have actually been that one that was attacked first. Anyway, I don't have time to dawdle because I don't know how long before this big attack comes. Okay, so explosives. Then I need to turn them into explosive cannon shells, for which I need steel and plastic up here, and then artillery shells, for which I need to make some radars. And I would also like a stockpile of atomic bombs, so I need to get the uranium down this way as well. Okay, so what I'll do, let's firstly, well, I know I need steel and plastic up there, so let's figure out how to do that. Okay, so I've got a little thing set up here. This line here, which did previously just have iron plates on it, I popped down here and added some green circuits onto that line as well, just for the sole purposes of the radar, and they will go into an assembly machine to make to make the artillery shells. Okay, artillery shells don't stack, so I am just going to make a whole bunch of them like that. And I also want to make a stockpile of radars as well, although that radars stack to 50, so oops. I will never need more than 50 radars at a time. At least I hope not. Right, what I do need here though is some access to the logistics network. Oh, and power for the inserters, yes, that would be useful. Okay, so we are making artillery shells, we are making radars. Now I also want to make some atomic bombs, so we need to go and get some uranium. Okay, without being too thoughtful about exactly how I do this, I'm just going to feed it straight onto a belt which goes south. We've got a lot of this stuff stocked up, so we should be fine. There's some biters coming in over here. Alright, let's keep going, and yeah, we'll bring this down to where the other sort of weapons stuff is being manufactured. Okay, I'm just running back. The biters managed to find a hole in the wall, so need to go and take care of that. They come back. There we go. Right, did anyone else manage to get inside the base? Oh, he took out a boiler, that's rude. Boiler, there, you can have that back. Okay, just before I forget, one thing that happened while we were under attack, which I kind of wish I had the recording set up. But anyway, we ran out of walls in storage, so yeah, just because I've got thousands of the things, but they were just under constant attack. So what I'm going to do, actually, let me request some requesters. Just get some things set up here. Yeah, so for now I'm just going to request a bunch of walls just to get them out of the normal storage, and that should get them taken over here. And then when this just is full, I'll turn the request off and just move them into that chest there, so they'll become passive providers. And then I'll set this up so that actually feeds in. I do need to hook this up. There. No, not there. There. Okay, for the atomic bombs we need explosives, rocket control units, and the uranium-235. Well, we've got explosives there. In fact, what I'll do, I'll just shift this over to the other side of the bus, I think. The bus. It's not a bus. But I'll shift them over to the other side of this belt. So we've got explosives and uranium, like that. Please make me them. You can have what I've got of that. And then if I get a requester here, I know I have several thousand rocket control units just sitting in storage at the moment. So if you request, well, you can only fit 480, but you can have that. Then We'll go in, and then out as well, I guess. We'll power that up. And then we just need to make sure that that new chest is in the logistics network. That'll do. And then this should start making us some nukes. Oops, I just put them in a passive provider and we'll be good to go. Oh no, because that's not going to work there. There, that'll do. Okay, so we've got nukes, we've got artillery shells being made. While we're here, it's not really necessary for what we're going to do, but I would also like to make some cliff explosives, because we no longer have them being automated. Shouldn't be too difficult to do though. We've got the coal, we've got the steel, and we've got the explosives, which I think is what we need overall. And we've got iron as well. So what we'll do, if I put that there, it's in a horrible position for it, but it should work. Okay, this guy's going to make me some grenades. Just need some power. Okay, then what were the other things I need to make the cliff explosives? An empty barrel, which just needs steel, and the explosives. Okay, so... Ooh, power's going wonky. What's happening with power? What is happening with power? You're all working. You're working, you're working, you're... Was I just using that much power all at once? Where's that? Where's that? That's over there. That'll hold. Am I just using that much power? I'm back in the green. Might have just had a spike of power usage for some reason. Okay, what was I doing? Cliff explosives, that's right. So we need to make some barrels as well. This guy can make me barrels. Empty barrels, please. And power that. Okay, and then the actual cliff explosives, we need to feed them together in with some explosives. So if I put that... Just move things around just a little bit. Like that. If I tell you to make cliff explosives, then, if I'm clever about this, I can make that be an underground. Actually, I didn't need to do that. This one wants to be the underground. Yeah. Do that there. So you get the explosives from there. You get barrels from there. You'll need some power. That's fine. And then... So I'm trying to think, is there a way I can get the grenades to go on the other side of that belt? I think there is, but I have to be sneaky about it. Okay, I think that works. So this should put grenades on there, which should then put on this side of the belt. In theory. And then come down here to make some cliff explosives. It'll be slow. Yeah, there's a grenade. Okay, so then this guy just wants to be put into a box. Okay, so there's that bit done. Right. Next. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to actually add in some power poles, because I don't actually have power poles being produced at the moment. So I'll do that over here. The level one's relatively easy, it just needs wood and copper cable. So I will do something like that. This guy will just make me some copper cable and we'll get its copper cable from that copper. And So feed in, it will feed straight across into this guy, which will make me some of them. I need a, no, that wants to be a requester chest, just requesting all of the wood. I can go in like that. Then that will go out and into a box. Power it up, and we're good to go. Okay, now the medium and big power poles, they need iron, sticks, steel and copper. Steel and copper we have right here. We do have some iron over here as well, so let's see if we can use that to make some iron sticks. Okay, there we go. That should do nicely for us there. So, obviously, well, these want some boxes, and all of the robots have arrived with the wood, so you can't actually see what's going on. But I've pinched the iron, sorry, not the iron. I've pinched the steel and the copper. The copper just comes off the end of this line on the bus here, and yeah, that's about all there is to say about that, really. So they're going into Vox. Now the substations, copper and steel and advanced circuits. So we'll do something quite similar. In fact, what I might be able to do is, if I just pop that there, I just need to get advanced circuits coming up, say, there. You make substations and put them in a box. Well, you need a pinch from that. And put them in a box. There's some power. Oh, you want some power as well. Okay. Okay. Easy. That makes me some substations. Okay, I have designed this, which is essentially an artillery outpost, I guess. The idea is I can put it down wherever I need to, and it will do its thing. So rather than just copy that, I am actually specifically going to make a blueprint of it. In fact, no, it does actually include that large power pole down there. You see there's a red cable. So what I don't want is for it to start requesting ammunition and firing before I'm ready, if you like. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so this way what I can do, I've set it up to, I can't reach it from here, but that requester chest in the middle sets its requests based on the logistics network. So when I want it to start firing, I just feed in an artillery shell signal. Okay, well let's pick that up for now. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the range of an artillery turret. So if I come back out to the map views, turn that off, turn that on. Okay, so we can see it's about that far. So what I'd like to do is sort of have these stationed at choke points, so maybe like one over there, maybe 1, 2 along there, 1, 2 along there, probably 2 to cover that gap, and some to cover down there as well, maybe, or maybe I'll just cover there instead. And then if I clear out everything inside that range, we should be good. Okay, so let's start. This is where the big attack happened last time, so let's start by like sticking one in here-ish. Okay, this base here I'm just going to take out on my own, I think. Those worms have got quite some range on them. I'm going to get my tank. Be right back. Okay, I'm doing a lot of back and forth clearing up biter attacks sort of out here in the hinterland, I guess. And I think this was like the precursor to the big problem I had. I'll just put that in by hand. So yeah, I think we're just about in time to save the map this go around. Here's hoping, anyway. Okay, just looking at that, I may be able to cover this entire stretch with just the one. So let's try moving that down, see if we get any more luck with it. Okay, that covers the whole. It's not really a land bridge; it's a bit too wide for that, but it covers everything it needs to anyway. So that's where we want that artillery outpost to be. So now I just need to add it to the logistics network. Okay, so that's now hooked in. We're just waiting for it to get built. So I'm just standing here supervising that basically. Where did my tank go? Up there. Ah, yes. Yeah, and you can see I've just hooked this up to a constant combinator, which is currently turned off, so I can turn that on, and that should start things moving, in theory. A problem just occurred to me. Maybe you've been screaming at the screen about it, but yeah, I just told it to build all of that, which of course involves a bunch of walls, and I never actually finished the wall storage creation solution thing. So let's hop up here, and yeah, so first things first, you no longer request that. All the walls want to go in there, like that, and then there. So it'll be refilled as they use. So yeah, we're already picking up 134 of them. Okay, this roboport here is now powered, which means we should now start building the artillery outpost itself. Oh, we've got some things going on up there. Let's just have a quick look in. Okay, we lost a few bots. Okay, we're getting quite a fair amount destroyed over here. Oh, actually that was up there. So we're getting a few bots destroyed down there, but also they're wailing on this area up here. Is a potential problem. Should be alright as long as those turrets get replaced before another attack comes. Right, and then I need to go and take care of these guys. Okay, our outpost is finally built, and just to be on the safe side, a lot of bots were coming down this way, so I put in some. Oh, it should have a radar in it. I didn't consider a radar. I'll just put that there. I guess we'll see if anything happens to it. But yeah, I had bots coming down this way, as you can see. They were getting to about here, and they're needing to go back to recharge. So I put some recharge stations, and it works as a good backup should one of these ways get cut. Anyway, just have a quick check on that. That one's fine. Let's turn this on. Okay, so that should request a whole bunch of artillery shells. You can see there's the bots going to pick them up. Still making them, that's good. I'll just have a quick check on power while I think about it. Power is doing alright at the moment. Okay, so it's these bots here. They'll probably take a while to get down there, but when they do, it should start firing. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this happens then. So, oh, yeah. Right, starts taking out this one here, which is interesting. They don't immediately attack. It looks as though they're assembling an attack party. Okay, and we held off pretty well. Okay, let's just make sure everything else is not immediately on fire. This is getting lots of attack notifications. Oh, I lost a pump jack at one point. Let's replace that. Oh, and I did make that steam engine. I just need to give it back to logistics. You can't have stopped firing, surely. Was that the only base in range? Surely not. Okay. Well, with the manual targeter, let's take care of some of the further away ones. Right, so let's fire at that. Because of course the manual targeter can target twice as far away. Well, I think that was reasonably successful. So that should take care of any new bases that crop up in that area. Hang on, I'm uncomfortable with that being on the radar. I know it's just a radar ghost, so to speak, but I'm still going to take care of it. There we go. And yeah. So now we just need to do like the same, maybe over here and over here. Yeah, alright. Oops. That's bad. Let's not crash through a vital power pole quite like that. And I think I broke the constant combinator as well. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's head over to a new area. Yeah. That was bad. That was my level 3 speed module box. I had nearly 300 of them in there. Well, that's what you get for driving a tank through your base. Now, why have I got 43 dead things? I lost the tank as well. I don't want to be without the protection of a tank, so let's go make another one, I guess. I've just realised something. I'm making these extra engine units up here, and they're not going anywhere. So let's... In fact, I don't even need to merge the electric engine units back on. If I just take these extra engine units over this way, it's not very many, but I can use them to supplement that. Anyway, I need some for a tank. Okay, what I can do is use some of these nukes to help clear the way. So let's do that. Right, so things are underway. We have, there's this tiny little bit down here. I don't think it really deserves its own artillery station, but I have set up a wall just because, knowing my luck, I will get attacks coming through there if I don't. And I've put the next artillery station in, covering this bit over here. We've got big logistics network going out that way, and similar one coming down there. You can see bots flying every which way at the moment. So there's a lot of work to do here. Most of it isn't that interesting, so I think I'm going to finish this up off camera. So yeah, what I will do, I'll put probably one in over here, and then one artillery station, that is, and then that will need 2, and then up here will need 2. I may or may not, I haven't yet decided, depends how much power it's going to take, I suppose, put in like proper laser turret walls as well, because at the moment, even though no new bases can come in this area here, like the pollution extends like way out, so certainly still attacks can come in, even though they'll be much less frequent, or at least I should hope they'd be much less frequent. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to leave it there for this episode now. When we come back, that will all be done, and we'll actually start looking at how we're going to transition this into a proper scaled megabase. But in the meantime, that one's just started firing. Well, it fired once. Okay, but yes, in the meantime, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.